What's up, traders, and welcome with another video here from the FX Big Dog. Yes, we're talking weekly market outlook, and we're going to look at the market setups based on the news and the technicals and put them all together. Now, we had some great news out last week that moved the market huge, all right, and we're not done yet. All right, we had the UK general election that took place last week. Conservative Party triumph, and what's happened is we saw a strong pound. Reason why? Because we're expecting a smooth Brexit, all right? That's pound positive. Now we had a bit of a retracement after the news came out. We had a big move, and then we had a retracement, which is setting us up for the next move going north on the pound crosses. We're excited about it, but we're going to watch and see how we can trade it. Now, also we had some positive news out of trade war against US and China. Yes, finally! Come on, are you kidding me? Phase one, let's get this business done. Anyway, got the business done. Phase one, it's complete positive news. All right, at least it steps forward. I don't care if it's baby step, but let's just move forward. All right, so that's what's happening right here. We also had the US keep the rates unchanged, and that was a good sign as well initially for the US dollar. We'll take a look at all of those details right after this. All right, traders, you know I'm wearing the shirt that is the shirt that took us to the win against the Redskins. Carson Wentz had the final game-winning pass that ended up taking the win against the Redskins, but enough about football, all right? I can talk about that all day long. Let's talk about the markets. What are the X and O's doing in the market right now that we need to pay attention to, and how are we setting up for trading opportunities? Well, without further ado, because I know you're excited about looking at the setups, let's first take a quick glance at what's going on with the data. So let's look at the fundamental calendar this week and see how we are positioned news-wise and how we're going to be able to react accordingly, because we all know that the news will move the markets. Now, we've got Monday, a lot of flash data coming out of Europe. We've got some flash data coming out for the pound too. Manufacturing PMI, that's coming out. We're going to get some movement out on the Monday. Now, we also got a little further down in the latter part of the UK trading session, we got the bank stress test. That's taking place for the pound as well. So we're definitely going to get a lot of movement between 3 and 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time as we're getting this data out. That's going to give some additional movement and momentum to those pairs. Now, we also see that we've got the Aussie monetary policy meeting minutes coming out at 7:30, and that's going to be also on Monday evening. Also, we've got the business confidence out in New Zealand, the ANZ business confidence out in New Zealand, and that's at 7 o'clock. So a lot of Asian movement at around about 7 to 7:30 on Monday evening. Also, exciting times there for those two pairs. Now, as we go further down the line on Wednesday, I'm going to skip Tuesday. Not a very active day on Tuesday, but certainly Wednesday is going to be active because we've got pound CPI. Why I'm talking about pound CPI? Because that is yearly data. Anytime we get yearly data, that's going to move price, all right? Especially if the data is not what they're anticipating. As you can see right here, on the chart, we're looking at 1.5%. That is the forecast for CPI yearly data for the pound. And then as we go further down in that day, we do have the, there it is there, we have the GDP quarterly data for New Zealand dollar. Why is this important? Well, traders, it's just before the markets actually start closing down. This is a very quiet time for the market. So the markets are pretty thin at that time, just before rollover. Boom! They're going to hit us with GDP quarterly data. So if you're holding any positions in the New Zealand dollar, you may want to pay attention to, especially if you're short-term trading, pay attention to the New Zealand dollar crosses and see where you're positioned before the news comes out on Wednesday. Make sure that you highlight that on your calendar so you don't forget that. Now, as we go further into the evening on Wednesday, this is going to be also important right here. employment change and unemployment rate for the Aussies. All right, there you can see that they're expecting some positive news. All right, the unemployment rate will stay the same, unchanged. Well, that's what they're expecting at 5.3%. Keep in mind that they kept the rates unchanged. They haven't changed the rate since the last rate decision. All right, so they're expecting higher numbers. They're not expecting unemployment to rise, but to stay stable and possibly even drop. All right, so check out for that. And of course, as you can see right here, we are expecting employment change to go ahead and tick up higher last month to 15.2K. Now, as we move further down, we do have the monetary policy statement out for the JPY. We haven't really seen that move the markets over the last few months. I'm not expecting any movement, not any particular huge move on the JPYs based on that news. But then as we go through the rest of the week, and I'm going to pull it to Thursday, we do have the MPC, which is the official bank rate vote, taking place on the Thursday at 7 a.m., followed by, at the same time, the official bank rate. Of course, not surprised, keeping the rates unchanged at 0.75%. All right, fantastic. That's going to be the week until we get to the Friday. And we're going to close off the Friday with some slightly medium news coming out here in the US and Canada. And then I think the only thing that I'll keep my eye open on is, of course, the GDP, final GDP quarterly data for the pound as well. It is also listed as medium news, but I'll keep my eye open on that data as well. So that's pretty much what we've got going this week. All right. So pretty busy week of possible trading that we need to pay attention to. Now, what's also important is we need to pay attention to the way the markets are set up on all the pound crosses, the Asian crosses. This is when I say Asian crosses, I'm really referring to the Aussie, New Zealand, Swiss franc, JPY. All of those trade against the major counterparts, but also I want to see where they set up based on the US trade agreement. How has the market moved since we had the news last week? And of course, confirmed about 8 hours ago, they did confirm that yes, we are done with the first phase of the trade agreement. All right, so that's positive. Like I said, baby steps. Let's just move forward, but let's go ahead and get the deal done. Now, we'll take a look at the details. Let's start off with the pound crosses. In fact, I've got the euro pound open up over here, and as you can see on the euro pound, as I move further down here, you can see that we're at a very key level right now. We are trading a little bit lower than that support level down here, and that's what we want. In fact, you can see here we're trading at this significant low there, and if we break through that, we're on our way to the next significant low, which is about 200 points lower down. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, traders, is not going to be any sort of secret about this. I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm going to go ahead and use my trading system that I use and only deploy shorts. I'm going to sell only on euro pound. Now, I'm going to continue to do that unless, of course, the conditions change and price holds at that level and we start seeing support indication. And what would that be? That would be like bullish candlestick formations. If you get any sort of bullish candlestick formations, maybe a king's crown, head and shoulder pattern, anything that's showing bullish at this point right here, I'm going to go ahead and start looking to close out all my short positions, hold off from making a decision until I know exactly what the market's going to do at that level. All right, just giving you heads up on that. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at another pair. And I'm going to go ahead, and just by the way, if I go ahead and take a look right here, one of our systems, which is the End Zone Trader, currently right now has picked up pound crosses across the board. Yeah, you can see I've got pound crosses across the board right here. I'm all long on all pound. Pound New Zealand, pound Canadian, pound Swiss, pound US dollar, pound JPY, and don't forget euro pound right here. So I am all pound in, and you can see right here I'm selling euro pound, and I'm buying all these other pound crosses right here. So I'm definitely strong pound, and I'm up just a few, 26 on that, 37, 13. So I'm definitely looking to only want to buy on the pound crosses. I actually want to only buy on pound crosses. Now, again, keep it in mind, if things change, if we hold at that support level, we absolutely got to make some changes in the decisions we make. So let's go ahead and take a look at now the next pair, and let's do this. I'm going to pull up. Let's go take a look here. Let's go to pound Aussie. Now, I'm just looking from a technical perspective right here, and I know we're at the top right here. I understand, I get it, we're at the top. Price has gone right to the top up here, and we are finding resistance here. There it is there. All right, here is our resistance. All right, so price is holding up there, but we started to break through a little bit. All right, which means, traders, I'm going to continue to follow with this trend. As long as this trend continues to push back up north, I know we're at resistance here, but due to the news that we got out on the pound, if it's going to continue to rally, I will keep buying. Now, if it does dip back down south and we stay in this bullish channel, I will still want to look to buy, but I may go ahead and hold off until we get down to support here and then buy all day long. So I'm going to stay bullish on pound Aussie, but if, of course, things change and we start seeing the environment changing, maybe, like I said, and when I refer to the environment, traders, I'm referring to bearish candlestick formations. I'm referring to, I'm not just a wick to the upside. All right, I want to see a strong bearish candlestick formation. Also, if I go down to a lower time frame, then I may want to go ahead and look for a channel break, maybe a hidden shoulders pattern that's reversed for a bearish move, or maybe a hidden king's crown that's also confirmed that we hit the top at the top of a channel, and then we're now breaking through maybe a short-term channel for a possibility of a bearish move to the downside. So I need to see those signs before I go ahead and change completely the direction I want to trade. Right now, I'm going to stay and hold bullish on the pound crosses, specifically this one right here as well, pound Aussie dollar. Let's get to the other pairs. All right. This is the pound Canadian. Let's go ahead and open up that. If you hear these little click noises, it's because I'm bouncing around the chart. Oh man, this is a no-brainer right here. All right. So pound Canadian is well, this has broken through this upward channel that we've got right here. I had a channel listed up over here. You can let me go ahead and move up. So you can see here that I did have a channel, and the market has gone all the way down here. I have a larger consolidation area. You can see right here, consolidation, consolidation, consolidation up here. And so what's happened is price has gone ahead and actually traded right up here above this channel. So we're trading above the channel, which means I'm looking for price to move back up here to the top of this channel right here. So this is possibly going to be my first upside move, which is close to about 1.80. All right. So we're definitely expecting pound CAD to continue. And by the way, as of right now, the technicals are supporting what we're seeing. All right. The technicals are definitely supporting what we're seeing right now, and that's important. If the technicals change, we need to make sure that we change. And we change our bias. And right now, our bias remain bullish on pound Canadian. All right, let's go ahead and take a look and see what else we got. Now, on the, let's see here, pound JPY. And you'll probably see the same sort of thing. Yes, we have a channel. I do have a daily time frame open right here. So you're looking at the daily time frame. Now, on this, you can see that we haven't, and I'm going to go ahead and just quickly refresh this chart here. And yep, I'm going to go ahead and reload. I'm just going to do another refresh on this just to update the chart. And then I'm going to go back into it right here on the daily. And this is pound JPY. All right, fantastic. So pound JPY right here. And I'm going to hide some of the, let me go back to this chart right here. There we go. So there's the data right here. Now I'm going to compress the charts up a little bit so you can see what's going on. And you can see that we're at the top of a downward channel, but we're breaking through that downward channel, which means that we can expect price to move up a little higher. Now, if I go ahead and move this to a weekly chart, it gives you a little bit more of what's going on right here. Take a look at the larger channel that we've got going here. So as we break through this channel, all right, as we break through this channel right here, we're going to see price trading up to that channel. So I'll be expecting about 156.59 to come into play. And then at that point, we'll make a decision whether the price is going to start falling back down south. Because, face it, traders, pound JPY, we are setting up pound JPY on a large bearish move. But price is held over here, okay? And so this could be just a retracement move and then a bearish move to the downside, all right? So we'll see what the market does at this level right here. So I'm expecting price to continue to move as we break through this short-term channel. As we break through that short-term channel right here, I'll be expecting price to move up to this level right there. And then at that point, we can start making decisions on what's going to happen to the market. Again, we may go down to the lower time frame and look at this right here. Now, what we will do is when it gets to that point, we'll make a decision. And what decision would it be? Well, again, just like I said before, we'll be looking for patterns. We'll be looking for head and shoulders. We'll look for King's Crown on the lower time frame to confirm that the resistance is holding. And then we'll go ahead and start thinking about selling because we may be in a new channel going back down south again. All right, figure that one out. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at this is the pound. Let me do this. All right, so we're going to go look at that was pound JPY. Let's go to pound Swiss. And this is on the weekly right here, giving you a much bigger perspective over here. This is actually pretty hot right here because we're right at the bottom. Check that out. Sorry, let me just zoom in a little bit more there. There we go. So you can see right here, we're right at the bottom right here. All right, testing quite a few times there. So we're expecting price now to break through this level and then continue to move further up north. Look at that, 160. So that's a big move to the upside that we can anticipate price move. Now, once we break out, I may go ahead and look for this nice little reversal because you see right here, looks like we might even have a beautiful little King's Crown as price moves up. So as we move into the next couple of weeks, we'll look for price to take out that high right here. Once it takes out that high, we'll then look for a short-term correction down to support again. And then this is going to be the big move going up right here. That's where we can expect a huge move. And that's why we'll be just buying on the dips going up all the way there to the top side. So that's going to be a great opportunity. And for right now, let's just continue to see price moving higher. Let's go back down. Let's go to the next pair, which is New Zealand, pound New Zealand. Pound New Zealand right here. If you look at the chart, you see this big wedge we're in. Well, actually, I would say not wedge, but it's more like consolidation. So we've got this consolidation right here. It's right in this area right here. This is our consolidation right here. Now we're testing the top of that consolidation. We do have what we call a bull flag right here. And we break into the upside of the flag, which is pretty normal. We just need to get through this resistance. So if we can get through that resistance, then price will continue to move back up to this trend line right here, which is our channel, our bullish channel. Because as you can see right here, a lot of support here, a lot of resistance up here at the top. So as we break through here, we'll be going up to the top here, which is priced at around about 1.215. That's where we can anticipate price continue up to that side there. So definitely looking at bullish move in pound New Zealand dollar. And I think this is the last one right here, pound US dollar. Pound US dollar, man, look at that. Support, 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 right? Support, support, looking for the breakout to the upside. Let's go down to a daily time frame. Let's take a look and see what's going on here. So we are certainly going to test the highs. Now, I'm going to say this. If I actually looked, and we spoke about this in the 3-day event, right? And by the way, traders, just to remind you that I will be posting a video on the part 2 on trading, a gearing trading approach. It's a part 2 series that I've started a couple of weeks ago. Now, in the part 2, I will have links for our the UK election event that we did last week. We did a 3-day event. It was 2 hours each on each day on the pre-Brexit or pre-general election. Then we spoke at the general election on that day, and then we spoke after the general election, speaking about trading opportunities. Chris Paul and I actually set up some trading opportunities. We spoke about the pound crosses, but we also did look at one favorite of each of ours. Chris chose his favorite. I chose my favorite, and we spoke about a currency pair. Chris was Aussie New Zealand dollar. He loves that currency pair. I spoke about the euro pound. No, I'm lying to you. Euro Aussie. There we go. I spoke about the euro Aussie and what we can anticipate with the euro Aussie and the movement that we're anticipating. So make sure that you look out for my video tomorrow. I'm going to be posting it tomorrow. So give it about 24 hours after this video has been posted. Give it about 24 hours. I'll be posting that video on exactly details about our gearing trading approach on part 2. But also, I'll be sharing information of how you can get into my trading room for the next couple of weeks. All right, free. Yeah, absolutely. All you got to do is just get into the webinars. I'll have webinar links for you to be able to get in. So make sure you look for those webinar links in the description in my next video that I post. Also in the description, I'm also going to be posting those 3-day events that we had, the links to go ahead and watch those videos as well. So check it out. Definitely going to post it next in the next video. All right. So with this on the pound US dollar, this is the one thing that I did pick up right here that does a little concern, somewhat makes me a little concerned, and maybe I won't say a concern, but it certainly makes me pay attention a little bit more to this. And this is the deal. If you take a look at the inside structure right here, notice that we have already gone to the 127. In fact, price is now trading up a little higher there. All right. So this is the deal. When the market goes in creases wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then wave 5, I'm anticipating price now to come back down. All right. That's what I'm expecting. But when we have the news like we had with the UK general election that is so positive and there's so much momentum behind it, when I have that type of news, I start thinking inside structure. What does that mean? I start thinking like this. This is wave 1, but I'm going to give it a large capital wave 1. Then I'm thinking this is going to be capital wave 2 right here. But now I'm thinking small wave 1. Small wave 2, and now I'm looking for this to be wave 3. So you're at the 118. I'm going to go this to say this is 3, and then I'm at this point right here. I'm expecting price to then dip down on a short-term correction, and then rally up to give us wave 4 inside structure, and then wave 5. So we can certainly see price moving much higher up, because this will then be my capital wave 3. Then my capital wave 4 will be down here as price comes back down. And then I'm looking for a capital wave 5 all the way up there, which is much further up. So we could possibly still see pound US dollar moving a lot further up. And if I actually go to the weekly time frame right here, you can see here that we could anticipate price moving all the way up here to this high, which is priced there at 144. So we're trading at 132 right here. That's about 1,200 pips going long. And that's a good possibility right there. So we're still looking very good on pound US dollar continuing this rally to the upside. Now, because we've spoken about the FOMC rate decision last week, and because we saw that they kept the rates unchanged, let's take a quick squiz at what's going on here with the US dollar. And I'm going to go to the US dollar right here, and I'm going to pull it up, and I'm just going to go ahead and look at the weekly. What is the weekly telling me? Listen here. If you're trading the pound US dollar, then if you're looking at the market right now based on the dollar itself, dollar looks like it's going to continue to fall south. If I'm looking for dollar to weaken, which I am, all right, so do that. If dollar's going to weaken to get to this support low right here, then that means that pound, all right, pound US dollar is going to continue its rally, all right, because US dollar is going to weaken, pound is coming to strengthening. This is a good combination for a strong move to the upside on pound US dollar. That's what we think. And looking at the charts right now, we're certainly looking for dollar to weaken. So this is the reason why, traders, that if you look at all the crosses, if you look at all the pound crosses right now, I'm currently looking to buy on my systems. I'm going to be running systems, and those systems, in fact, I'll be talking about that in the trading room. So make sure you get the links that I'm going to post in the next video so you can get access to my trading room so we can go ahead and talk about this. And please make sure that you go ahead and ask me questions about the market and exactly what I'm thinking. Normally I talk out loud. All right, I say everything that I'm thinking, which is not a good thing. Sometimes I say things that I'm like, why did I say that? But again, you get the picture. I'm going to be talking about that in the trading room, looking at the setups. So the details on this is that US dollar, we are expecting US dollar to continue its weakness. And that, my friends, is good news for the pound US dollar. All right. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of the Asian crosses, I call them. All right. Let's start off with some of the Aussie crosses right here. And I'm just going to flip over to them here on the weekly chart so we can get a quick overview of what it looks like. Now, Aussie JPY. Why would we see a rally in Aussie JPY? Because Aussie is going to strengthen, JPY is going to weaken. All right, we're going to see some upside move. Now, if you look over here in the last few hours, we did get a little bit of a correction. All right, actually, in fact, last week we did get a bit of a correction right here, and price came back down and retested this big long trend line. But the fact of the matter is that we're still in this big upward channel, looking for price to move up here to 77.29. So I'm going to continue to look for Aussie JPY. I'm looking for Aussie JPY to continue to rally at least up to around 77.29 on this particular pair. All right. So 77.29. My bad. So 77.29, which is another 200 pips to the upside. That's what I'm expecting on this. Let's go to Aussie New Zealand dollar. Chris's favorite pair right here. Now, Chris, you absolutely want to go ahead and review what Chris spoke about in the videos. I want to go ahead and share those links. Don't forget, I'm sharing those links in my next video I'm going to be uploading. And that video is going to be called Gearing Trading Approach Part 2. Make sure you don't miss out on that. Now, Chris is very excited about Aussie New Zealand dollar continuing its rally to the upside. In fact, he is going to be buying. Every time it gets back down here, he's going to be buying long. All right, he's expecting price to move up. And let me tell you something. I agree. All right, I agree. 1.1300 is absolutely. Now, Chris's target up here is right about here. He's not looking for it to go too far where he's going to be taking profit. And that will definitely be your short-term, mid-term target. But in the long term, 1.13 is the way up for Aussie New Zealand dollar. So I'll be thinking if I get anything. Now, it may not be there yet. So it depends on how you trade. All right. So very importantly, depending how you trade will be depending how you position yourself right here. Now, if you're a trader that likes to go ahead and position yourself based on, let's say, multiple entry points, and you're comfortable with that, then certainly you'll go ahead and start adding on as the market starts creating the support before the rally takes place. Now, if you're a trader that likes to wait for the confirmations and then deploy a system in that direction, I'm similar to that, then what you do is take this this daily time frame, move it down to a lower time frame, maybe the 1 hour, 2 hour time frame, wait for the confirmation in form of King's Crown, head and shoulder patterns that are bullish, all right, and then go ahead and trade that to the upside. Now, you could wait until the daily candle closes out with a strong bullish candle, or even the weekly shows an indication of strong support. And when that happens, then go ahead then and down to the lower time frame, look for those head and shoulders, King's Crown, reversal patterns, and go ahead and look to trade them. Now, harmonic patterns. You can absolutely go ahead and throw in harmonic patterns on that too. And if you see a harmonic pattern setting up at that level, man, take on that trade for some short-term profits. Let me tell you exactly what I mean. Let me throw in a harmonic pattern right here. Let me just go ahead and pull this up right here. All right, I'm going to show you here. Let's put in some patterns. And let me see if I've got anything on this. I'm going to switch this off right here. I'm going to scan it. All right, so we had a shark pattern at the top right here. Nothing down here below. So no patterns yet set up right here. But this is the type of setup that you may be looking for. You see how this back pattern right here was set up down here below? Had set up and said, hey guys, we're at support. We've got a nice little pattern setting up right here. Good opportunity for traders to go ahead and look to buy it long. Look, we're looking for the same sort of pattern right here. So again, those are the type of things that you can use to be able to get into the market and trade it long. And what would you be doing? Well, you're either trading the pattern itself based on the strategy that you use, or you go ahead and say, based on that pattern, now I'm going to use a system that has got a trend trading based logic in, and I'm going to trade this going long. All right, trade that going long. That's what you want to go ahead and do. So let's take a look and see what else we've got going here. That's on the Aussie. All right, kill that. All right, so let's go to, that's Aussie New Zealand, Aussie US dollar. Aussie, look at this. I love this. Good support right here. We're breaking a downward wedge. This is a falling wedge right here. And we're starting to see a breakout to the upside. I know that if you see it, I see it. All right, there's support there, resistance there, there's support there. We do have a channel. Price going to come here, maybe come back to retest, and then head back up north. So Aussie US dollar absolutely on its way up. Again, strong dollar. Strong Aussie, weak dollar. This should be an upside move on this particular pair. All right, watch out for the data that's going to support this week. All right, look for the data this week. The unemployment rate, the jobs. Look for that to support this move to the upside. Okay, that could be key. All right, so that's the Aussie crosses right here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and flip over to one of the pairs that I'm really excited about that I spoke about as well. I'm going to give you a quick overview, and then you're going to have to watch the video to check out the details. All right, and that video is going to be posted this week. I keep talking about it. It's called Gearing Trading Approach. All right, part 2. Now, here is the Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie is set up in this beautiful little rising wedge right here. Check that out. What am I expecting? I'm expecting price to break south. Now, you can already see I'm in on some sells already. All right, I'm already getting excited about it. I'm in on sells already. Let's see if I can go ahead and show you the details of that sell. Euro Aussie right here. All right, so there it is. We've got a Euro Aussie trade right here. We sold short at 61.40, 61.49. We got let's see here. We got stop loss at 163.14, and the target is down here at 156.156. That is the setup right here. We're slightly down. Looks like about 32 pips down on that trade. Based on about 32 pips down on that trade. But we're going to continue to look for a sell-off back down south. I'm going to be actively trying to break through this support. All right, with a stronger Aussie, slightly weak Euro, we should see this breaking through. And if it does, we're looking for the least of the market to drop back down to here. Now I'm looking for a short-term target up here at 156, 156. That's fine. Now the same as I would apply on any other currency pair. All right, any other currency pair. If the market starts showing a support level down at this level right here, which shows support with a reversal pattern on a lower time frame, like a King's Crown reversal pattern and a head and shoulders pattern, a big bullish candle on the weekly or the daily time frame. If any of that happens down here at the support, it's get the heck out of Dodge, man. It's like get out of that trade, and I will absolutely cut my losses and then wait and see what develops. All right. If we're going to continue to rally or if we do indeed break through that support level, right? But for right now, because we came from the top, right? Because price came right from the top right here, I'm expecting this momentum to continue, all right? And to continue and to break out to the south side. You can see here that we've got a nice little wedge inside there. So we've got a rising wedge, and then we've got a wedge, a smaller wedge inside there. And if we break out, we're going to get to this support, we're going to get to that support, we're going to get to that support, and it's just going to keep falling. This is a 2,500 pip opportunity. It was a 2,700 pip opportunity, but that's already been taken care of. We've only got about 2,500 pips left on the move to the downside, and that could be escalated as we trade the waves going south. This is the pair that I'm actually excited about, and I'll be watching it over the next couple of weeks as we head into 2020. Well, traders, that is pretty much how it is this week. A lot of exciting stuff happening, a lot of great setup, but also we have to be very focused in on what's happening at these particular levels, all right? We're at key levels where there could be either a breakout or a reversal. We need to pay attention to those, all right? Because if you don't pay attention to those, you are going to be very, very unhappy heading into Christmas. All right, traders, well, that's it from me. If you like the video, please make sure that you go ahead and like the video. If you haven't subscribed to the video, or at least to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Your support is important to me so that we can keep pushing out these videos. So keep subscribing, keep liking, comment if you have to, throw some comments, suggestions, whatever you want to go ahead and do. Go ahead and do that, and I certainly will go ahead and pay attention to them and make sure that I include it in my next video coming up. Don't forget, next video is going to be Gearing Trading Approach Part 2. This is the Epic Big Dog, and I'll see you in the trading rooms.